I've been in the cell phone repair business or the mobility business for about 10 years now.
Looking good, Chief. Keep up the good work. Busy day in the land of cell phone devices. I'm so hungry. I am really hungry right now. What'd you bring for lunch? I don't know. My old lady made it, so it's a surprise. Man, sometimes it's cool to be surprised because it's like a grab bag.
Sometimes it's a bad surprise.
Sometimes it's a bad surprise. Yeah, sometimes you're disappointed, but sometimes it's like, whoa, what I got in here? The best part is when it's a surprise and it's good.
Always.
Then you go, oh man, she loves me. And then when it's bad, you gotta give her a phone call. Be like, what the hell?
I started in the repair business back in like 2008. It was back. I had just got out of corporate and working for a Fortune 500 company. So I was basically managing product, kind of a business analyst. I had actually started as a technician at that company, 8 years, for 8 years, and then I moved into the business side of things. You know, me being the person that I am, you know, I've always gone through the training and the learnings to understand where I want to be. You know what I mean? And you know, just like other people, I thought, you know, corporate environment was what I wanted to do. I thought it was the way to do it. That's what I was always taught, was that you get in, you go to school, right? You get your education, and then you go work for someone. But you know, it never really made a lot of sense to me. But it's one of those things I had to experience to really understand what it was. What I did like about it is, traditionally, I could be successful, just like everybody else was doing around me, or what I had seen everybody else do: go to school, get a job, and have somebody else offer you an opportunity, right? But it never made a lot of sense to me, because I always saw it as if that opportunity, you're always one step away from losing that opportunity, and somebody else actually controls your destiny with that, in terms of your immediate destiny. But you could wake up one day and they could say, hey, the game's over. So in 2008, there was a downsizing of my company, and when my company downsized, I was part of it. And so, you know, me being where I was in the group that I was, my group got cut like 50%. Half my group got cut, so I was one of those that got cut. And so it was, you know, that gave me the real realization of, you know, like, no matter how much education you have, you know, or what you're doing, right? The company or the business is, you know, comes first. It always does. And so that was an opportunity that was given to me, and then it was taken away. And so I realized that that's how the game is played. And so I just decided to play differently at that moment. I said, you know what? Then no more. I can't go back to this. For a short period of time, I even worked at Target. Just to be transparent, I worked at Target for a little while. Put boxes on the shelf, third shift. You know, and I went in. The crazy thing is, I went into Target with with the master's degree in business and a bachelor's degree in engineering. And they were like, "What in the heck are you doing here? Stocking shelves at 3:00 in the morning, right?" But really, for me, it was the time that I didn't want to give back. Right, I didn't want to give my time back, and I had a little bit of money from, you know, my separation pay and the money I had saved. So I took a little time to really understand who I was and what I wanted to do and what my purpose was, because I felt like I had learned a lot, you know, up until this point, and I had kind of learned what I wanted to do and what I didn't want to do. I thought I was doing what I wanted to do, but quickly realized that I wasn't doing what I thought I wanted to do. You know, if that makes sense.
Anytime I give you guys anything from now on, just make sure that we check to see if it's accounted for and if it's moved in the proper place.
And I think even before we were handing the phone to you, they should be transfer out from that location.
I agree, but that's what I'm saying. So let's do our due diligence to make sure that's done before we actually. You asked me, Mr. Will, are these in the right place? Have we transferred? Right? And I'll do the same to you guys, just so we can make sure we're keeping up with this stuff. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, thank you, man.
You know, my story is, I never went back to corporate America. I never went back. I actually was looking for an opportunity for a long time, had a little bit of money, I had time, so I said, you know what, I'm just gonna relax, take a couple years off, took about a year off, relax, got a small job working at Target, you know what I mean, and just kind of let the universe bring to me what I should be doing. I trusted in that. And like always, the universe delivered to me this opportunity of cell phone repair. My partner, Josh, right, was already in. He had already committed to it. I didn't really know him that well. I knew of him, but we weren't like really, really close, right, like we are now, obviously. But I got to know him through an acquaintance that wanted to do some MLM marketing or some type of MLM business. And I had heard through the grapevine that Josh, actually it was Josh that told me, because we had gone out together through other mutual friends. We had hung out together in Vegas, and he told me he was starting the cell phone repair business, and I was like, good luck with that. You know, I told him, I was like, good luck with that, man. That sounds like a lot of work, and I don't even know about cell phone repair. Like, what is that? So I kind of halfway listened to what he was saying, but I remembered because this guy came to me with this MLM thing about, you know, selling long distance and getting paid off a percentage of it. And so, and Josh sparked in my mind, and you know, I'm always a guy who puts one and two together. So I'm like, hey man, I can't help you, but maybe this guy I know, maybe he can, you know, because he's into the business of serving people, right? Those are customers that would like what you have. And maybe if he can turn those customers into, service customers or long distance customers or what have you, maybe work for you. So I went to introduce them, and I went to his shop. And you know, like I said, I was waiting on the opportunity to kind of show itself. And when I went to the shop, it just so happens that day, and Josh will tell you the story too, that day there was like 4 people that came in his shop when I was in his shop, and I heard this girl say, man, this is the 3rd time I've been in this shop this week. I keep breaking my phone and you guys keep fixing it. And when I heard that, I was like, that's it. So we had the conversation, and you know, we've been business partners ever since.